What is up, Mile High Horseman? This is your lead horseman, Corbin, and welcome back to the Mile High Horseman Show. I got my co-host with me.
Turbo Days.
And what are we going to be talking about tonight, Jared?
Well, we have a huge show for you guys. We have a lot of subjects to talk about. We got to talk about Danny Trevathan with his injury, as well as Monte Ball. We also have to talk about Pat Bowlen leaving the Broncos, unfortunately, as our owner. We also have to talk about the two preseason games that just got done with, San Francisco and Seattle. As well as many other players that are on that are targeted. Just redo it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try
Do you need to say it first again if we're gonna do this?
What do you mean?
Like you saying this is the Mile High
Just do the
Horseman
whole
show?
just do the whole
No,
part over again.
no, I don't know if you. Yeah, you can if you want. Yeah.
No, I don't have to do that because I already did that part. So yeah,
Okay.
just
All right.
go ahead and on 3, 2, 1.
All right, we have a whole long list of subjects to talk about this week. We have Danny Trevathan to talk about with his injury, as well as Monte Ball being out. We have to talk about the two games in preseason that are done and over with, Seattle Seahawks and San Francisco, as well as talk about the owner, Pat Bowlen, who stepped down as our owner, unfortunately. We're going to be talking about penalties and how it's ruining the game, and many other things. So get ready and relax. This is the Mile High Horseman Show.
Okay, let's first talk about the Danny Trevathan injury.
He's out 6 to 8 weeks. I personally love Danny Trevathan. It was during practice. I believe it was his knee, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, kneecap was like broken, I believe. I might be wrong.
I think what they said that happened to him, he broke his. There was like a fracture below his knee, so I don't think it was his knee, but it's pretty close to his knee. So if it was his knee, that would have been a lot worse.
Yeah, Danny Trevathan. To me, he's like the leader of the team now without Wesley Woodyard, who ended up going away from us. Danny Trevathan, he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. I hope he can. I think we'll be okay without him. Luckily, it was preseason and it wasn't into the regular season, so a couple weeks into preseason won't. They'll kind of trim it down to how many. The first 5. He might be back like week 5 or week 6 or something like that.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm thinking. He'll probably be back during the game we go to, the 49ers game.
pretty much, yeah. That's like a given, I think.
That's around.
So.
Yeah, it's around that time frame. So yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing him there, and hopefully we have a pretty good season. So Dan Trevathan, to me, he's the leader of the team on defense at least. And now we're going to be talking about Monte Ball. What's your take on the Monte Ball situation? How did it occur?
Well, with Monte Ball, he had an emergency appendectomy, and for people who don't know what that is, somebody who has appendicitis. It's your appendix in your stomach, and it gets inflamed, and they have to take it out, and you're pretty much sidelined for like about 2 to 3 weeks. So it's nothing serious, but it is an emergency. So yeah, I mean, I think people were blowing it out of proportion, saying, "Oh my God, this is horrible. He's going to be done for the season," and this and that. Because every time people have their body parts taken out, everybody gets all freaked out about it. But it's not really that big a deal.
I think it's going to be kind of a nice thing for the other running backs, which we'll get into when we get into talk about the preseason games that happened. It's given some of the running backs an opportunity to maybe get on the roster maybe, or at least show them a little bit more than what they might have only been able to show them. They'll give them more time, is what I'm trying to say, in the preseason games to say, hey, I want to be a part of this team, like Ronnie Hillman and Bibbs and Thompson. So what's your take on the situation for those other running backs?
Well, like you said, we'll talk about it a little later on in the show, but it gives plenty of opportunity for, like you said, the new rookies and some of these new guys, and also a little bit of redemption for Ronnie Hillman if he can, get going. But like I said, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I mean, it's a good opportunity for the new guys, and it's a good opportunity for Ronnie Hillman to try and redeem himself. But yeah, that's pretty much what I think about that.
Okay, we'll talk about the week one game that ended up occurring. We were going to try to have an episode, but it just wasn't recorded the right way, I guess. So we're gonna. Oh, never mind. Give me a. You can. Okay, we'll redo that. We'll redo that.
I could do the intro on that one if you want me to.
Oh, and we should let's screw that one over and do Pat Bolin because I completely forgot about that. We need to like almost make that the first. We should have made that the first subject.
Oh,
But
okay.
all right. So maybe I should. Okay, I'll talk about Pat Bolin. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. All right. We're gonna talk about unfortunately Pat Bolin. He developed Alzheimer's and is stepping down as Broncos owner. What's your take on this horrible news?
Oh, dude, I was bummed when I first heard about it. I was like, damn, because Pat Bowlen, he's a class act. He's a good man. He's a good owner. Um, so I was bummed. I mean, he's not one of these other owners that always craves the spotlights, always talking and everything like that. He's always pretty much keeping to himself. But he's a class act, and it's going to be tough to lose him. But that's a good way of pumping up our team. Like I said before. It would be a beautiful sight to see John Elway on the podium this Super Bowl saying this one's for Pat. That'd be badass.
And I believe we were discussing this outside of the episode, but you said that it could possibly be one of his like his son possibly owning the Broncos in the future, or am I mistaken?
Yeah, it's definitely going to go to one of his kids. I don't know which one, but it's going to be in his will or his estate or whatever. But as of right now, he still owns the team. He's just not there to do
President.
for day-to-day operations. But he still
Yeah.
owns the team.
Yeah, he was been with the team for I think this would be his 30th or 31st season because I think they were celebrating it last year, it being his 30th season as the owner for the Broncos. He's not like the other owners like you were talking about. He's not about the money. He's not. He's a competitor. We've always known that he's all about winning, and and that's what as a Bronco owner, he's been an owner that I've always loved, and I always knew that he would be behind the scenes with the Denver Broncos, and when we were at the game, it's like, oh, maybe, I'm sure he's watching the game as we're seeing it too, so,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. To me, he's always been there since I've been born. And when I was a Broncos fan, he's always been there. In the '80s and the '90s. So he's just been he's had a pivotal role in the Broncos' success, and it's going to be unfortunate not to have him around as much as we wish he would be due to age and due to Alzheimer's. So I believe I don't know if I'm right, but I think he's 70 years old. He's a class act. He could be way worse of a you could be like the Raiders owner, where you don't even know what direction the Raiders are going in. He could be that kind of owner, but he's just been a class act, and there couldn't be any better of a person to be an owner of a football team or a sports team than Pat Bowlen. So, all right, well, we're gonna get into the next topic, which is the Seahawks came to Denver to play in a preseason game for week one of the preseason. What's your take on the Broncos defeating the Seahawks? It looks like 21-16, or 21-16.
Well, I mean, everybody keeps talking about, oh, it was his redemption and everything that. No, it wasn't. I'm not even going to go there with that bullshit. But no, really impressive game.
Tons of penalties.
Tons of penalties. We'll talk about that. But Brock Osweiler, he was looking pretty good. 85 yards, 1 touchdown. Jawal Thompson, he was looking beast. 59 yards. Demaryius Thomas was looking pretty good too. 52 yards. All in all, man, I got to say the most I'm most impressed with was Jawal Thompson and the defense. Our secondary really stepped up during that game, big time.
Yeah, it seemed. Oh, and also Ryan Clady, like him coming back. I completely forgot about the guy forgive me for forgetting about you. You were gone for so long, and you missed out on the Super Bowl when we probably needed you the most. But having him back, oh my gosh, I didn't know that position was so pivotal. Let's redo that. I didn't know his position was so crucial. Protecting Manning, that it made him have so much more time to throw the ball, and made things a lot more smoother and a lot less chaotic for the Denver Broncos. So I was very happy to see Ryan Clady back playing that game, and they looked like what they did back in the AFC Championship game against the Patriots. They were looking like that, like we used to know, and before that Super Bowl happened. So. I'm very excited. That was for the first preseason game. I was very excited about that outcome, and how they were very physical. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Just exactly like those transactions we got. With Talib and Ward and DeMarcus Ware as well. And DeMarcus Ware nearly got a sack on Russell Wilson that game as well. So. The defense looked stellar. It looked like the frickin' orange, the Orange Crush defense was back, So a very hard hits, a lot of very hard hitting game, and there was a couple stupid plays by the Seahawks. There was a penalty when they were going to get the ball, and it went out past the end zone for a touchback, and they still got a penalty. And then one of their players, Simon, I believe is his name, he got kicked out of the game for trying to punch some of the players of the Broncos in preseason, which doesn't make any sense. And I think one of them was trying to hold on to Julius Thomas while he was down. So I don't get, if I was a coach and my players were doing that, I would discipline them in a really bad way. So, but it was great. It was a great turnout. Jordan Norwood had that great, crucial play to seal the deal for the Broncos from Brock Osweiler, looking really sharp. He had one interception, which I thought the interception was kind of stupid for him to throw it where he did, but he redeemed himself with another touchdown. So
yeah, I was gonna say the reason why he threw that interception is because it took too fucking long to throw that ball.
Mm-hmm.
He took way too long. But I got to say, though, man, I'm also, like you were saying, I was very impressed with the O-line, too, dude. They gave Peyton and Brock a lot of protection, lots of time to throw.
Yeah. And a lot of the plays went to Demaryius Thomas. He was catching them. He caught a lot of balls the first quarter for the first string Denver Broncos. So I was very impressed with that game. I was the physicality is what I was really loving to see, and it was great. It was kind of a nice debut for Talib and Ward and DeMarcus Ware, because they all really they came to play, and they showed us why they were paid the amount of money that they were paid.
And a lot of open field tackles. That's what I was really, really, really getting excited about.
Yeah, definitely. There was some really good tackling, and not many missed tackles, which was a bitch last year.
Oh my god, dude!
I couldn't stand those missed tackles last year. So, all right. Well, we should get into the next game that happened. It is the San Francisco 49ers. We ended up blowing them out for 34-0. It could have been even more if they, it could have been like 34-3 if they would have hit those field goals or whatever, or it could have been 41-0 if we would have hit that. I think we were trying to run it into the end zone, and we got stuffed at like the 1 or 2 yard line or whatever. I think they should have threw it rather than run it, but whatever. We're still blowing them out. What's your take on this game, Adrian?
Well, I gotta say, first off, I knew that putting the ball on the ground wasn't really going to help, because I know the 49ers have got a good front seven, so you're not going to beat them on the ground. The only way to beat them is in the air, and that's pretty much what the Broncos did this whole entire game. The 49ers just could not get started in this game. They missed 2 field goals, so they already lost out on 6 points right there. Again, O-line was looking pretty good, really physical up front. Lots of protection for Peyton Manning and Brock Osweiler. Brock Osweiler had a really, really beautiful throw, touchdown pass, and Man, all I can say, I was impressed, very impressed with this game. I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah, that was Cody Latimer that Brock Osweiler threw it to, and he reached for the ball, he went for it, and he got it, and it was a really good throw from Brock Osweiler, but it was also good that Cody Latimer was able to get to it. It was just perfect right to him. I guess he's one of the wide receivers that can actually stretch for a touchdown if he has to, and Zach Dyser got in the mix as well. He was 8 for 11 with one touchdown as well for 63 yards. Brock Osweiler is showing us what I believe he's a solid backup now.
Yeah, I mean, he threw for 105 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to seeing him in the future. Do you think he could take over Peyton Manning? I know we always kind of like when we say that we're kind of like we've seen him in action before, but like sometimes I think I'm sometimes holding my tongue for holding my tongue for saying when I say that because I don't want to see something bad happen with him or I don't want to get my hopes up too high.
Right. I'm not gonna say that just yet, but he's getting there, man.
Yeah, I mean it could have been way worse. It could have been like this one. Like their backup, Bethel Thompson, he had an interception, and Blaine Gabbert had an interception as well. And they were the backups for the 49ers. So, and then also there was this guy named Johnson, 2 for 3. He was 2 for 3, Adrian, for 9 yards. As a quarterback, I don't know. He didn't last that long. He didn't have much time on the field, I guess. I guess Frank Gore got in the mix too for 2 runs for 12 yards. I don't know. That was another thing. I actually missed the first quarter of this game due to work, but like I heard that Kaepernick got taken out really quickly. Is that true?
I couldn't hear you.
Was that Kaepernick? He got taken out pretty early. Is that true, or was it the first quarter, or was it before the first quarter ended?
He got taken out like after the first couple drives. Like I said, this is the whole thing. This is the thing that people forget. The starters only staying there for maybe a drive or two. That's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, the only bad part of the game that I kind of hated was this guy named Boyette for the Broncos. I'm sure he's going to get cut. No offense to the guy, but he didn't really. He could have tipped the ball away, but it bounced off of him, and then it went right into the 49ers wide receiver's hands. That sucked. I'm sorry.
I know, but here's the thing. I know I can explain what happened there. He lost it in the sun, dude. I guarantee you he lost it in the sun because he looked like he had no idea it was even coming until it hit him in the face.
Yeah, and it reminds me of the Brandon Stokely touchdown years and years ago against the Cincinnati Bengals that won us the game at the very end.
I was just thinking of that too, man.
Yeah, and then that's happened in college football plenty of times as well. So.
Oh, but dude, you got to give credit to the safety too on that one. He came in and saved that touchdown.
Oh yeah, definitely. There was whoever I don't know his name, but whoever you were. You saved us from a touchdown, and then we were able to hold them. After they weren't able to get in the end zone and get some points on the board, so they went for it on 4th down. So, defense looked solid. I mean, really, really good. Layman Barrow unfortunately got injured. I think it was something with his leg, if I'm not mistaken, and we don't have any news on that. I
do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, actually, I do. It's just a really bad bruise because I remember he hit knee to knee with another Bronco, and it's just a really bad bruise. That's all it is.
Yeah, my play of the game for this game was, I know it was that great catch. There was a touchdown to Julius Thomas from Peyton Manning, and then there was the Brock Osweiler throw. But I actually liked Jawan Thompson's run. Did you see that run? Where he just pulverized this one defender.
Yeah.
The guy was like unconscious practically. He tried to get back up or he came back to life and he tried to get back up and he was just like stuttering and like freaking didn't know where the hell he was.
He fucked
Like
his shit up.
it was bad. Yeah, it was awesome. So, Jawan Thompson, we're just gonna. I want to go out on a limb and say you're like at least gonna be a backup for us, if you know. So I would. What
Well,
do
I
you
mean,
think?
like,
Yes, I'm assuming.
oh yeah, dude. Of course. I mean, like with Jawan Thompson. I mean, here's the thing. This is the a thing that the Broncos have done over the past few years with the running backs. They'll use different running backs in different situations and they'll interchange them. So
Yeah,
he's going to make the 52-man roster. I know that for sure.
no doubt about it. Yeah.
And I expect him to actually get some real playing time in the regular season.
Yeah, and C.J. Anderson hasn't been too bad, and I know you said Ronnie Hillman. Can you elaborate, like with Ronnie Hillman? He hasn't fumbled it, I know, right?
Ronnie Hillman, he's been getting better. I mean, last year we saw, man, he had a real bad fumbling problem. He was Butterfingers last year, but this year he's doing all right. I mean, like it's still I'm not sold on him yet.
Yeah,
I'm not sold on him yet.
now it kind of reminds me of like now I just got an idea. It kind of reminds me of Moreno, how he was on the last frickin' string. He was on his last chance to redeem himself, and he just barely did it. Like he before being sent out the door, and maybe Ronnie Hillman is. I think he's been close to going out the door as well. I actually thought he was going to get cut, but maybe he's going up a little bit better now and he's improving and. Hopefully showing me that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And I hate being right sometimes, but so he's bulked up, I've heard, and I guess it's kind of a good thing for him. So I've always said this. I think he runs better when he goes to the side, but the runs I've been seeing, he goes up the middle, and he's been doing okay up the middle so far. So
Yeah, just run to the outside. That's what I would do.
yeah, definitely. So
And like you said, dude, Nosha Moreno, we saw it in 2012. Willis McGahee got hurt, and somebody needed to step up, and he did that. And like I said, now with Monte Ball out for a couple weeks, we're seeing what these new running backs can do. And Ronnie Hillman's been doing okay. So it's all going to have to play out. We'll have to see what happens over the next couple weeks during the preseason. But I'm liking what I'm seeing.
definitely, I agree with you wholeheartedly. All right, and our next topic is going to be, let's see here. We got the next game is going to be the Houston Texans. Javian Clowney, he's going to be he's the first pick in the NFL draft. He'll be there. J.J. Watt, I believe Arian Foster, Andre Johnson. What's your take on us playing the Texans? They don't really have a QB situation. They don't really have a QB, do they?
Not really. I mean, after they got rid of Schaub, they really don't have shit. I mean, even Schaub sucked, but but I really don't see them really doing anything. Even with Clowney, I don't see him doing anything.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. I think the Broncos will definitely showcase their skills.
I mean, you always got to worry about Arian Foster and J.J. Watt, but again, this is preseason. They're going to play for like a drive or two. So yeah, I mean, but other than that, this should be a simple game.
I think it's good. I think I'm going to predict this. I think Jawan Thompson again is going to show. This ain't really that big of a prediction because he's been just showing us off this season so far, this preseason. Just like C.J. Anderson did last year, Jawan Thompson's showcasing his skills this year and doing I think he's doing better than C.J. Anderson did last year because C.J. Anderson also got injured last year, and Jawan Thompson's playing each game, it seems like. So I'm easily going to predict that he shows up the Houston Texans on Saturday. So all right, let's see here. I think hold on, let's just forget about the. Oh yeah, we should talk about let's edit this or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this penalty on the defenseless receiver, Adrian, during that game.
God.
During the game against, I believe it was San Francisco, the San Francisco player caught the ball. He was close to a first down, and then our Denver Bronco player ended up just taking him down like a normal tackle, and he got flagged for A horrible call, defenseless receiver. He was a defenseless receiver, Adrian.
Oh, it was a clean fucking hit, dude. He didn't hit him in the head. He didn't hit him high. He didn't do any dangerous anything like that. He wasn't defenseless. He was able to protect himself. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. It was a clean fucking hit.
Yeah, I mean, I know they were saying they're trying to make a message. The refs that there's going to be a lot more flags, but if they, I know there's going to be probably less in the NFL season, but if they keep doing this shit, it's gonna, I've already said this. The NHL is my favorite league, and it's gonna be more and more my favorite league. The more that they, like you were saying, pussified this NFL league. The rule changes and all that sort of stuff. I think, why don't we just keep the game as it was? That's been around for 100 years or so, or more, So I don't understand why we have to change the game because of concussions and so I don't. It's a contact sport. You're getting paid millions of dollars. You're writing on the dotted line that you're okay with not suing the frickin' NFL. There should be a contract for that. Like that you're not going to sue them if you get injured, if you get severely, you get brain damage or something. You can't go after them. It's a risky business. I'm sorry, you're playing a contact sport. If you get freaking injured, you get your head bashed in. I'm sorry. I mean, you're making boatloads of money. It's a risky deal because some people get cut and some people don't. But that's what but you're playing that game. You're throwing that dice and taking the risk. So, I'm sorry. I don't swear that much, especially on this show, but fuck Roger Goodell and fuck his rules. So
Thank you. Thank you. I needed to hear that.
You can shove them up your fucking ass, okay?
Thank you.
So, I mean, back in the 1960s and back in the 1950s and the 1970s, it was a hard-ass fucking game where grown men were playing, and I mean, I'm a big history fan. I love sports history, and I go back and watch those games, with like James Brown, or Jim Brown, my bad, Cleveland running back, and some of the hard hits, Deacon Jones, who slaughtered some of the helpless offensive players, So I just don't get this. I love hard hits. I'm sorry. I love hard hits in the NHL as well. So I want to see more hard hits. Is that hard to ask? Maybe that's what draws people in is actually the hard hits that are in NFL football. Maybe I'm just the only one. I don't know.
Oh no, dude, you're not alone. Because I remember last year when we went to the game against the Raiders, there was a really nasty hit. I forgot which one it was. I forgot who did it, but there was a really nasty hit, and there was no flags thrown on it. And I was just freaking the fuck out. That was just so beautiful.
Yeah, I think it was on the Broncos made a good play. One of the players hit into the Raiders player. I forget which one it is. It's faint in my mind. But yeah, I mean, I love looking at hits, and I'm like, woo, that was nice, or whatever. That's just how it is. It's our nature, I guess. I don't know. It's that that natural nature. It's like that caveman instinct or something. I don't know. Maybe we like blood and gore and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, these penalties are just going. I mean, they're just, and we're paying these. Oh yeah, I want to say one thing. I seen this ref yesterday make a fool of himself. You might have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
He called it on the defense when it was. He said it was on the defense, but he said penalty on the offense.
Yep. I saw that.
I was like, these guys are getting paid like $100,000-200,000+ a year to be an official in the NFL, and they can't even. I mean, a freaking 6-year-old or probably even less knows the difference between offense and defense. I mean, pretty much. So, I can't believe that person messed up on that, not knowing what where the offense is and the defense is, and that was confusing when they announced that penalty or whatever. So they don't even know what the hell they're doing. So, I'll stop right there. So, All right, so let's see here. Oh yeah, we got that. I think that's mainly it for that sort of stuff. Do you want to talk about the Rockies at all?
Nah, not really.
Okay,
I
okay.
got. Oh, I can say that they retired Todd Helton's number. Yeah.
Oh, they retired. Okay, talk about that and maybe Michael Kadire getting that cycle. I guess
The
that's what.
cycle. Yeah, I could talk about that.
Okay, okay. All right, are we gonna we're gonna talk about the Rockies and one player got a cycle a day or two ago. What's your take on the Rockies and some of the players, Adrian?
Well, obviously this has been a really frustrating season for the Rockies, as like every year. They're 75-49, but this weekend was pretty good baseball. I mean, I liked it, I enjoyed it. Michael Kadire hit the cycle, um, and Todd Helton had his jersey retired at Coors Field, long overdue. And like I said, Todd Helton was the greatest, if not the best. Oh, let me try that again. Todd Helton was one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Rocky in history. So, yeah, we miss him at first, but it's all right. Hold on, let me try that. Let me try it one more time.
Mm-hmm.
And we miss him at first base, but retirement's fitting him well. So it was time. But yeah, he's definitely going to be missed. Oh fuck, let me try that again. God damn it. One more time.
Okay.
Yeah, so we miss him at first base, but retirement's treating him good, and he has his number retired at Coors Field.
Hey, quick question. I would what okay, what's your stance with Larry Walker? Is he? He has to be up there for
Oh
like all
yeah,
time
dude.
Rockies. Where's he with Todd Helton? He's probably second, or is
Oh,
that where
dude.
you're
I
gonna
mean, it's
slate him?
like it's so fucking close, dude. Because Larry Walker was such a fucking beast too. So it's close, man. I mean, it's like a tie between those two for first, and then you got Vinny Castilla, Alice Burks, and so on and so forth.
All right, yeah, I just wanted to ask that because I've always thought Larry Walker was like one of my favorite players, and when I was a Rockies fan, I guess back in the day, well, maybe that was I only liked the Rockies because of Larry Walker. I don't know why, but I don't know. Anyways, okay, let's get off that topic. All right, I think that's about it for subjects, Adrian.
I think
I mean,
so too.
we talked about pretty much everything that I can think of. I can't think of anything else. So,
I
oh
got
yeah,
nothing.
let's see. Hold on. I know. Oh, I know. We didn't talk about we did talk about the Hall of Fame a little bit, and we didn't get around to doing that. We should just skip that. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah,
That's
might as well.
yeah. There was no Broncos in the Hall of Fame, so it didn't really. Oh yeah. What about Ring of Fame? I think we need to get. Isn't Ring of Fame?
We
Did
talked
we?
about that already. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
we talked about it
Another
already.
episode. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So
that's gonna wrap it up, I think. Then.
Yep. 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 Yep.
All
All
right.
right. I'm good.
All right, guys, so that's going to wrap up this episode. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back next week after. What are you going to say?
Hold on. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Hold on. Let's cancel that. Maybe we should talk about. I got the banner, so maybe we should just talk
Oh,
about.
yeah,
Maybe we
dude.
should just talk about the banner.
Yeah, talk about that shit.
Okay. Okay. All right. Our final topic. I ended up getting a banner of the Mile High Horsemen group, and it's from Kansas City. I got it at halfpricebanners.com. I'll plug that website. Tyler from the Mile High Horsemen group, Tyler Kirkland, I think I was interested in maybe getting a banner for us, and he was able to direct me to the right website. He was able to give me a graphic and a logo, an updated version of our logo to put on the banner. Absolutely looks gorgeous. I'll get pictures and a video in the group to show you guys, and I'll share it with you guys. And then you also will be able to check it out at the tailgate party. I'll be bringing it to the tailgate. It'll make it easier for you guys to find where the hell we are, because last time at the tailgate party we had some confusion. Mainly, it was because we changed lot letters or whatever. We were like lot D instead of E or whatever it was. But this will make it a lot easier for you guys to see it. It's 2 feet by 8 feet. So it's pretty big. So
And it is so sick looking, guys. I've seen it. I was like, when I first seen it, I was like, I got fucking goosebumps, man, just
oh
looking at
yeah,
it.
yeah, you want to buy it, so
Yeah, I do
we'll
want to
try
buy it.
we'll make that happen, okay, Adrian. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it absolutely looks awesome, just like I pretty much wanted it on when we uploaded the picture. Uh, so it can big amount of credit to Tyler for getting this all worked out nice and smoothly. We didn't fuck up or whatever. My luck is it would be all messed up and waste my $50 or whatever it cost me. So, but it looks absolutely gorgeous, and that's about it. So,
So yeah, guys, it's gonna wrap up this episode. Thank you guys for listening. We're gonna be back next week, hopefully with a special guest. Like I said, guys, anytime you want to come on the show, just email me or just send us a PM on Facebook at Mile High Horseman, Agent Vehicle, or Jared Hansen. Like I said, we'll get to all the requests. We'll look at them all, and if you want to be on, just be sure you have a Google Plus account. So, yeah, guys, it's gonna wrap up this video. Mile High salute. Go Broncos. Mile High Horsemen. We ride together. We die
we die
together.
together. We
We
never
never
give
give
up.
up. Good night, everybody.
Later. See ya.